let me just take like a minute and do a little yap maxing on Hazard, shall we? Because I've seen a lot of people give some wild takes on this hero already, and I think it's way too early for people to be like, oh, it's gonna be this or it's gonna be that. No, it's like, first off, we don't know anything yet. Is this gonna be the balance of when it actually launches? Who knows? But we'll look at it how it is now, right? Let's talk about the good. This hero is fun. And I mean a lot of fun. Some people could say it has an overtuned kit. You know, I posted a TikTok video breaking down the new hero, and like the comments were actually low-key kind of funny. It was like Cassidy has a roll and a pistol. And then like Soldiers was like, he can sprint and shoot or something like that. It was actually low-key kind of funny. That's kind of how Overwatch is gonna always be. You need to always kind of one-up yourself. You need heroes to be exciting. Like, if they're not exciting, then nobody's going to want to play them, right? And I think he has a lot of depth. And a lot of the depth comes from a lot of different parts. But, like, even stuff like this right here, being able to, like, look at this wall, and I can't climb this wall normally. I can technically if I go on this barrel, and then I jump, and then I hold the wall climb. I could make it, right? Oh, hang on. I can make it, right? Or like if we're talking like just straight up making it like this, I'm not gonna make it, right? And I wish, you know, I wish I had the clip on hand. You know, if somebody has the clip on hand of me saving myself on that push game a couple days ago, where I got fully booped off the map, like I must have been, like my ass hairs must have been touching the death box, and I climbed all the way back up and got back out and survived. If someone has that clip, I'd love to see it. It was crazy. The way I saved that was insane, because like, I was almost at the bottom. Wait, oh, actually, is that the clip? Wait, you have it on hand? W, hold on. I think this clip speaks for itself. And when I say this clip speaks for itself, I just wanted to like, I wanted to show you just like what is possible. And yeah, you could argue like, oh, maybe it's a bit too much mobility, but I don't think his left click's very strong. And I'll go into balance stuff in a second, just like how the hero feels and to play against. But tell me this wasn't, like as a hero that I've only played for what, a day? At this point, maybe barely, actually not even, because I've been so busy. I only had like 5 to 6 matches on him so far. This is what I was able to do. Is so fun, and this is what makes Overwatch special, is little moments like this. I get booped off the map, climb back up, and I always make it, bitches. I got booped again, and then I get saved, and it's like, dude, I should have been dead here 90 times over because I didn't have my cooldown. I get booped off the map. I barely, and I mean barely come back. It resets my ledge climb because of the jump. The jump resets your ability to climb. So I'm able to make it back up. I'm actually about to get booped off again, but I go for the jump and then I would have survived probably, but then I get life gripped, right? Like that was just such a fun little hype moment, like really quick out of nowhere. And you don't really get those on a lot of heroes these days, especially in the tank role. Tank role is objectively, in my opinion, the most boring role in Overwatch. It's the most blamed. It can be the most impactful, but also feel the least impactful. And I think that tank really needs more fun characters for people to want to play it. Hazard's a good step in that direction, I think. But I don't even think he's overbearing or overpowered. I've seen some people that say they think he's so OP, and it's like, how? The left click feels like you're giving him a wet pool noodle, you know what I mean? Like, even if I go full headshot, like literally all needles, 2-shot on it. That's 200 HP, by the way. So hang on, let me go get a slightly more HP. Hang on, I don't think I hit every pellet there, but like I'm gonna try to hit every single one. Okay, I'm actually too far. Hang on. Okay, I have to literally like line it up to see if I can get perfect. Even then, like I can't I'm having a hard time 2-shotting with 2 full headshots, like point blank into an Ana. You know what I mean? Like there's just no way. Like the left click just doesn't hit very hard, which is fine. Tank should not delete you left and right, but you know, I'm just saying like at the same time, there are a lot of tanks out there that do exist that are somewhat similar, right? Where you can kind of just walk up and go, boop, boop. You know what I mean? So I just want you to keep that in mind when you're saying like, oh, it feels so OP. Where it becomes OP is just being able to stack your abilities, like hitting your wall, then walking up, hitting the slash, and then hitting a left click, right? And some people think that the dash is too fast, right? Is that true? I don't know. D.Va's flight's only 4 seconds. It doesn't feel that crazy most of the time. The only thing that I've really seen anyone really say anything that I think could potentially be correct is maybe the right click is a little bit too much damage reduction. But then again, if you take away some of his armor, which by the way, you see in the bottom left, it says 500 on live, that is open queue, but in roll queue, it's 650. If you have 650 health and most of that is, or half of that is armor, yeah, you're gonna be pretty tanky. The block actually makes it even tankier, but I think without his block being where it's at, you're kind of looking like you're gonna be in a spooky spot. I feel like when I played Hazard, I felt strong, but not like dominating the lobby most of the time. And I also want to ask the question, if you were thinking about it and you're someone who's probably gonna get angry and get ready to type, but he's so OP. When you played against a Hazard, or you played Hazard versus another Hazard, isn't that how it always was? What if you played Hazard versus Hazard? If you played Hazard versus Hazard, he can feel OP. This is a terrible take. LMAO, no Ana should have to save sleep for this broken tank. First off, we didn't even talk about Ana sleep. Are the voices speaking to you? Because it wasn't me. Second off, that's literally how high level play works. Your Ana actually does Ana nade and sleep your target. But like, hey, let's not even go near that real quick. The point I was gonna go towards was, have you played Hazard or seen tanks play Hazard not in the mirror? Because if you walk against Mauga, you walk in against Orisa, you walk in against Hog, hell, even Queen, you kind of get shit on. I played a game versus a Ryan, I almost lost, and the Ryan was basically standing there AFK holding shield the entire game. So, when you're playing your matches of quick play, which by the way, quick play doesn't have the strongest MMR, especially during these types of weekends, because they need to get people into matches. That being said, how many of the times have you seen your Hazard play against a non-Hazard? And do you still feel the same way when that happens? Because I think you get shit on. I got rolled by a Ramatra. I got rolled by a random Ramatra trying to play Hazard versus Ramatra. They would just turn around and chase me. And every time I went in like this, they'd hit me with their nemesis, nothing but nemesis, their suck. And then all of a sudden, I'm like slowly trying to work my way out. Oh shit, I'm getting blasted the whole way. End up having to burn some of my block, and then I have to jump out for safety. And I didn't even do much damage. I barely even made any space. So I think he's gonna be strong. I think he's gonna be super, super, super high skill, high ceiling, and it's gonna be super fun. But I'm almost a little lost on how many people think that he's broken already. It almost feels maybe kind of like Juno, where it's too early to tell. And some people are gonna say Juno's, like in the beginning, Juno sucks, or some people say Juno's pretty good. And what'll probably happen is it needs like some small tweaking here and there. I think the left click personally is a little too weak, and I'm totally down with changing power. Where are you going? Dude, it's not the answer. Don't jump. Don't do it. Dude, it's not the... Dude, there's no way my take was that bad, right? Like, the take isn't that bad that the bot just jumped off the map, right? What? I've lost my complete train of thought. I've never seen that in my whole life. In my entire life, I've never seen that once. I have probably spent as much time in the practice range as anyone else on this planet, and I've never seen that once. Okay, anyways, what was I saying? Dude, I don't remember anymore, man. I was saying something along the lines of like, my left click I feel is a little too weak. I don't feel like, I'm slapping him with a wet noodle. I don't know if there's a clip that exists of it, but I had an Alari trapped in my ult the other day. Like, and I'm not joking, I was like this on the Alari with an Ana healing her. Like just normal healing her, just healing her. And I literally went like this and didn't kill her. Like, I'm not joking. I had my gun so shoved far up the Alari's nose that I couldn't miss. Like, I'm not joking with you. It was like this. And I died. I didn't kill her after 4 shots. I died. I lost. She was naded though. But tell me on a single planet where if you have a character who is rooted and can't move, that you stick your gun this far up their nose, that normal healing from another support even with a nade, saves them. No, that's not real. I've hit the point in my Overwatch career that I can't do this anymore, man. Years ago, you used to trade Transcendence for like big ult, like Genji Blade, right? And it was ult for ult. And then evolution happened, and then it became cooldowns for ults, right? Like Suzu or Lamp or whatever. We are not gonna get to the point where we say healing should outdo full charged headshots in a one-on-one. That many in a row. It should not happen. Like, right? Like, I get it. Like this, like you're out healing this damage. Of course, right? This point blank with a shotgun in their nose. I'll give you a better idea. Okay. What is arguably thought of as one of the weaker, like, left-click characters, Doomfist. It shoots much quicker, and it's relatively the same damage. Relatively the same damage, shoots much faster, though. So, the time to kill is super low on the left click. That's basically my point. Whatever. Point being said, I think a lot of people are very much overreacting, thinking Hazard is strong. I think that tanks having a fun kit with good mobility and high skill is something that we should applaud and strive to have more of, because I, as well as many others, were very afraid that we were going to get another Malga 2.0. And I think it's very safe to say, so far, it is not a Malga 2.0. That being said, it's too early to say if he'll be really strong or if he'll be weak or whatever, but I do enjoy the fact that there seems to be a lot of depth to the character, which is big thumbs up. Great. I feel like whoever can get good at Hazard's game sense is able to constantly set up situations where you can just block and damage 5 people, give them 50% ult charge in 3 seconds, and then jump out, giving them ult every fight. I mean, I don't know about that. I think if you're jumping in like that, you're just gonna get slept and naded and explode. That has definitely happened to me a few times. The couple times I jumped in like this, I was like, hiya! Slept, naded, stomped on, just exploded, you know what I mean? But like, you can't just like turn your brain off and nade them. You have to be somewhat smart with them, right? But Flats, you are also higher elo. Yes, but like, that scales. You're not going to be playing against the same caliber Hazards as I play against, or that I play personally, because I'm playing in a higher elo. So like, yes, those Anas are going to be better, but those Hazards are going to be worse. So like, that argument is flawed, because it doesn't scale, or does scale down and up, right? So I would have to do more things to pop off because they are better. But in the other sense, the Hazard would have to do more things as well because they aren't going to be doing and performing it the same way I would. So it might be flawed, but certain kits do better at different elos. Of course they do, because if I can turn my brain off and do this, and you walk into it every time, yeah, no shit, Junkrat might look broken. But Hazard, though, the thing that's going to make Hazard insanely strong in your elo, most likely, is this. But are they going to follow up and shoot like this, or are they going to do this the whole way? Most likely this. They're probably going to hit the shift, and then they're going to start right-clicking, right? If you die to the shift right-click, hey, I'm sorry, man. That genuinely might be a big skill issue problem. If you want to argue that the right-click does too much damage, sure, maybe we can have an argument on that one. But this is 200 HP characters, and I hold the whole block and I barely kill them. I don't know if I'd say that does too much damage. I think that would probably be the one thing I'd be willing to change. Like, if you want to lower the damage on the right-click and put it in the left-click, I'm in. I'm actually so down. Like, I won't even argue at that point. But, like, that's probably the one thing would actually end up being somewhat strong on him. Regardless, though, point is, I do think it's too early to really start going crazy and think he's going to be OP, or he's really strong, or he's really weak. Gonna need more time. Obviously, I think that the balance will probably be slightly different when he actually comes out. I think the hero's really good. I think people are being a little too harsh on the design. Yeah, he kind of looks like a chestnut. Not gonna deny that. He kind of looks like chestnut, but I don't know. I think he's kind of cool. I think he's pretty cool. I'm glad that it's another cool, fun skill tank instead of another Malga. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. So, anything else? Oh, I've heard some people talk about like the Mei wall. thing, and it's like, oh, it's too much. It's like too much to have in one kit. There might be a point there. I mean, we already talked about having loaded kits and how you had to kind of like one up the next thing, but I don't really mind either. Like, I think it'll add another depth to the game that'll be kind of cool, and you can probably balance that pretty well. You can probably either make it so it doesn't have a whole lot of HP and it's easy to break. Like, I think it's pretty hard to break right now. It takes a few shots, but change the numbers on it. It won't be that bad. I don't think. So, yeah, there's a few things that I could totally see the numbers getting tweaked on, but like overall, the design I think is good. That's where I'm at the moment. But yeah, I think I'll probably play a lot of Hazard when it comes out in Season 14. Probably. And I'm excited to see what techs people can come up with, because I'm sure that there's gonna be some Doomfist players out there. Did I just mock Ana? Wait, that was a goated voice line.
Oi, check it! I'm on fire!
Wait, that was awesome. Wait, that was an awesome voice line. Dude, what is with this session? I'm finding the coolest shit right now. I'm finding bots that are done with life, and I got an amazing voice line right there. Let's go. Yeah. I think it's a good character. I think it's designed pretty well. Numbers can be tweaked, and that's okay. Basic design, as we learned with Malga, cannot be tweaked. So, I think the future looks pretty good with this kind of hero.